Okay, next up on the agenda is Larry.
So, road safety. Hi, my name is Larry Robnett. I'm the Public Safety Director for the tribe. And one of the questions people have been asking is, when are they going to fix the East River Road? Right? If no one's asked that question, then I'm good to go.
Heck no.
Okay. If you didn't know, that damage was not done by the fire. That was another one of the questions. What had happened is there's a natural spring up on top, and it created the landslide. So if you know people, because there are people still trying to get around the barriers and trying to go down the road, remind them a landslide will take you under. And it doesn't care if you weigh 50,000 pounds, it's still going to move you down. You're going to see a lot more soil than that. So remind them, don't go. The other thing that's been happening, this week we actually impounded someone's car. They tried to go around the barrier, didn't make it, left it, and we towed it away. At the owner's expense, by the way. So, again, remind people, it's still not quite safe. We've had the roads closed because of how wet it was, or is, and it's still very wet, even though it is drying out. We're trying to protect our soils. As they say, it's irreplaceable, right? The soil, the damage that's done by the washing away. So stay off the, you don't have to be out in the woods. There's a lot of people going out looking for horns or, trying to see maybe some medicines, and I understand that. Be careful. Let people know where you're going, when you're going, and have an emergency plan to get out of there. Take things with you, extra water, some clothes, at least in your car. So if you do get stuck out there, because sometimes you just don't know. Everyone knows what happened to the train out here, just north of Riverside. Land looked great until the train went by, and then the land was no longer there. So that will happen everywhere you go out there at this time. Please be careful. Stay away from there if you can. We still have some road closures. Signs will still be up. And people are checking them out regularly. Okay? So there was an announcement today saying almost the same thing. If you're going to go out, be careful. Have a plan. If you get stuck out there, we do have officers, both in the natural resource enforcement officers. We have Fish and Wildlife who's out there checking some of their areas that may or may not come across you. They'll help you the best they can. I know that our NRE officers have helped out about 5 vehicles already this week from being stuck out in the mud. And let's see what else. Anything else on the roads? What, Brenda?
When do you guys expect Omak to open?
Okay.
And are you going to reopen the old road or anything, or?
Thank you for asking that question. First and foremost, that's neither a travel road, county road, or a state road. It is owned and operated by VIA. But in speaking with the superintendent, it's still going to be dependent upon the weather before they can get in there and fix it. And then it has to be re-engineered, because that spring's still going to be there. And we don't know how long it took for this slide to happen. So they're saying worst case scenario, October. So it could be that long. Officer.
I've been asked several times by different people that live in town and out the east side. There's a lot of ATV riders that are accessing the closed roads. And I haven't been able, I work nights, so I don't talk to the NRA guys. Do we want to keep, discourage them from trail riding?
Yes. And the reason why is every little vibration brings down more and more material. And the more people ride out on there, even if it starts drying out, it still is unstable. That whole side of that mountain can come sliding down at any given time. And you could be just walking across it. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. So we'll put out another broadcast. I know we put out a broadcast today about the roads, and we talked about the Plum River Road being closed, so. Brenda?
Can you maybe put, right now on the River Road from Nispelem to Cartart, they just have that one closed sign right at the transfer station outside Nispelem. But people are still going through there, and they don't, at the first turnoff to get into Cartart, there's no sign that says dead end or anything, and so they're going, it just says detour, and they're going to the next turnoff, and then it says detours are back, and so they're going, the detour sign is pointing down towards the lake, and so they're making that whole loop. So if we can maybe put a dead end sign or road closed sign right there at that first turnoff, that might help, because I keep seeing people, I was like, why don't they do it? And Brian finally told me, he's like, I followed the signs, and that's what they're doing. They're following the signs, and it's looping them all the way down the dirt road and out. And then it loops them right back to the main road. So,
Dang, blame the BIA.
yeah, so maybe we can get some better, you know, do not enter, road closed, or whatever signs out there.
Okay. I will put this, and who I have talked to is, of course, Darren Reitman, who's a BIA roads. So I'll let him know that that's happening, because this feedback really helps so that we can continue.
Well, the one guy got stuck out there because he did that, and he thought the detour was up Camp Progress.
Mhm.
He got stuck up there. He had to walk all the way down. Debbie's like, go save him. I'm like, okay.
I think I had a question here, then Mandy. Luke?
Well, I was just saying, on the four-wheelers, there's been several going up 16 Omak Mountain Road lately. And I know, that's a burn area up there. I think I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of them that don't belong there. They're coming from town or wherever. And I haven't gone up that far to see what they're doing, but I imagine they're off-road. And that's going to loosen a lot of that soil and cause more damage than what it already has, like Lisa, that hillside roll down. So there's areas that they don't really realize how dangerous it is.
If you do see something like that and you know the road is closed, the phone number you call, 509-634-2472. That's police dispatch. Police dispatch, and it's being broadcasted. The email today, the broadcast today had a phone number also to Natural Resources.
And would there be a way also of notifying Okanagan County, because if there are non-Indians that are going up there, and they usually do, they think it's fun, to have them also announce that these, we do have roads that they have to respect for their own safety.
Yeah, and what we do is we first, if you know that to be true, just tell the dispatch, and they will dispatch it out to Okanagan County as well.
I think they took that sign down, remember, it was down, it flew
Somebody
down. Kept blowing, now it's gone.
somebody comes along, puts it down, I think they,
The wind blew, I think, remember how the wind
Could be,
blew
yeah.
down? Yeah.
Where's it at?
Mandy, had a question?
Oh, she was talking about there's only that one dead end sign and it doesn't explain anything, and then they're mentioning other roads and everything. Gene was saying, how come there's not signs that are just stating, do not drive in these areas unless you live here or work through here?
The short answer is we don't have those signs available. Okay, so again, the feedback is what's important, and getting it to Darren. What's that?
That should be an easy fix, because that fires in September.
You get signs that are
There are a lot of the signs. There's quite a few roads, entrance to roads that we have, and on the signs, what it says is you are entering a burn area, road closed, be on the lookout for rock slides, flooding, etc. Okay, now, we have only so many of those signs, and we have more roads than we had signs.
Ours at county, the county road still.
The county, again, start thinking about the county, there's no county. Here on our side of the reservation, you're looking at Conkin Alley, there's a whole bunch of signs up Conkin Alley. There was that landslide up in the Met House. And I'm not making excuses, I'm just informing you of what I know from the information I've been able to receive. Yeah.
Okay.
Sherry, I did see you.
Is there any announcements going out over both the radio stations?
Yes. I know that we sent out an announcement over to KOMW here when we had the Wanakit. I can't say more recent. I know that we had some information through our public information, public affairs, to help with some of those broadcasts. Is it repeated? I'm not for sure, but I'll
And
make
has
sure.
our council put out any resolution banning the four-wheelers for this period of emergency time?
We put out the road closure, which there's a resolution in regards to road closures. As far as identifying particular types of vehicles, I don't believe I've seen anything like that.
I think ATVs are included in that. Four-wheel drive ATVs.
Okay. By the way, I'm not texting, I'm making notes. Okay, I'm making notes.
21.
That's Facebook.
He's all messaging Edwin next
Here,
to him.
anyone else? Other questions?
Next.
I do have business cards if anyone didn't get them the last time I was here.
I will.